Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Western Racing, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at Series 11 of the Spin Master Monster Jam 164 Mainline. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, hope y'all are having a good day. I am recording this on my non-usual recording date. Usually I record videos on Saturdays. Today I am recording this on a Wednesday, because I literally got so bored I had nothing else to do. So I figured, hey, I like monster trucks. That's my next YouTube video I need to record. Let's record some monster trucks. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. Anyway, yeah, so this is Series 11. We got a total of 9 trucks we're going to look at today, which is not part of the usual. As you've noticed on the channel, the 2 Spin Master videos I've done are 8 trucks. This will be the first 9 truck video, and the reason why is because we actually have a chase piece in this case. There is a rare truck that we're going to look at today, and so we'll get to look at that in a second. This case is pretty cool. Out of the 3 cases, total cases that we've looked at so far, I don't know if this is my favorite, but it does have a lot of cool trucks in it. We're going to get to look at all of them. And you guys will get to see videos on all the trucks too, so you can see what they all look like in real life. But yeah, so we've got 1, 2, okay. Yeah, we got 9. Okay, I had to make sure. I wasn't sure if there was 9, but yeah, there's 9. So these trucks are from the year 2020. So a quick rundown. They all have wristbands as the accessories, and they do have posters in them. So that is the quick rundown there for what's inside these things. But without further ado, we're going to take a look at all 9 of these here. Some brand new trucks that I don't even have in my collection. This is going to be fun. And the first one we're going to look at is Gravedigger. Alrighty, so here is Gravedigger. Now, as you notice, this is a very weird looking Gravedigger. This right here is Gravedigger for, oh shoot, I'm showing everything here. This is Gravedigger for the Elemental trucks. Each truck in the Elemental truck series features a different element on the truck. As you can see here, Gravedigger is Earth themed. He's got Earth tires and he's got dirt slung up the side here, which we're going to get to look at all that detail here. It's going to be pretty cool. I really like the Elemental truck series. It's a very unique thing that I don't think I've ever seen before when it comes to the world of monster trucks. Of course, we've got Earth ones, and then there's also air, fire, and water as well, which is really cool. So let's take a look at the first truck. I think this truck right here was the inaugural truck for the Elemental truck series. This was the first one ever released, and it was the Gravedigger. So let's take a look at the inaugural truck for the Elemental trucks series. Let's get this sucker open. So you gotta squeeze the sides and pull. So there is a method to opening these. Oh boy, look at that. And there's all the stuff there. So let me get the little plastic doodad off of here. That came off so easily, like that barely even left anything. Oh my God. Why has that got to do that to me? That's so mean. Anyway, there we go. So that is all of the packaging. Let's take a look at the innards here. So some of the stuff that you're going to immediately notice here with the innards to the packaging, I have already broken the packaging. The Gravedigger wristband that we got with this one is exactly the same to the one that we got before. So no change there, same Gravedigger wristband, which I don't really necessarily care. I mean, I like the wristbands, don't get me wrong. I freaking love the wristbands. It is my favorite accessory that Monster Jam has ever had in the diecast line. It is not my favorite, but it is hands down one of my favorites. I love the wristbands. And which is funny because the general consensus on the wristbands was that never do them again. Everybody hated them. I love them. I think they're great. And then here's the placard for Gravedigger. As you can see, it's got the Elemental Trucks logo with the Gravedigger logo there. Pretty cool. I like that a lot. Put that down right there. All right, and then we got the poster. Now, as I said, or as I do in my videos usually, you guys aren't going to see the poster till the end of the video, so don't worry about that. But I just took a sneak peek right there just to see what she looks like, and that is the truck that they chose to put on this poster is definitely, you know, it's always one of the 9 trucks that are actually in the case. And the truck that they chose to put on this poster, let me take a look here. Ooh, that is a cool action shot. Okay, so you guys will get to see that at the end. But let's get to what everybody cares about, and that is the Gravedigger here. So, speaking of wristbands, I'm actually wearing one that I got in the last launch truck video I did. So here is Gravedigger with the Elemental Trucks thing. These tires feel weird. I'm not gonna lie, now that I'm running my fingers across them, these tires feel really strange. That is weird. So, yeah, just kind of giving you a quick rundown real quick. We got the black body. We got a green roll cage with a chrome chassis. Looking at the tires, we got the Earth tires in tan with green rims, which looks super duper cool. I do think the green stands out a bit here. I wish they would have done maybe like brown bead blocks to kind of like ease you into the green, maybe. I don't know. That's just kind of a weird complaint. Anyway, let's take a look at what everybody cares about here, and that's what makes this different than any other Gravedigger. If you look at the side panel here, you can see that there is dust up this entire truck. From the hood all the way to the back end, this whole truck is covered in dust. You can see the Gravedigger with the ghost and the haunted house back here with the rings around it, which is pretty neat. USHRA logo and all the gravestones are barely noticeable though, like they are gone. You cannot see them, which is interesting to me. I love that little detail. And it's the exact same on this side. Exact same on this side, except the USHRA logo is there's actually less dust on this side. If you look at this side compared to this side, there's actually less dust over here, which is pretty cool. I like that. I like how it's different on both sides. The top of the truck is exactly the same. Gravedigger, bad to the bone with the grim skull, which is really cool. However, if we flip to the front, you can see where the dust is once again. The famous red headlights are barely noticeable with the dust on the fenders here. However, the center part of the hood is actually completely clean, which is weird. And then, excuse me, looking at the tires here, you can see the Earth design on the tires. Looks really cool. Looks like rocks. Looks like we're driving on rocks here. And the funny thing is that even though they have these goofy tires, the trucks still drive like you would think they would. The tires don't mess with the truck's mobility whatsoever. It's a cosmetic thing. And they're all like that, believe it or not. The Earth one, however, I feel is unique because it's the only one that really has this smooth design to it. Fire, water, and air all have these really rugged, like plastic molding to them. And it makes a weird noise when you roll them across the table. However, Gravedigger here just sounds like a normal truck. It doesn't sound different whatsoever. But anyway, yeah, that is the Elementals Trucks Gravedigger. Alrighty, now on to a truck from my least favorite series in the entire existence of diecast monster trucks. This is Dragon. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why do you hate... What series is this truck part of? It's Nitro Neons. I absolutely hate Nitro Neons. It is my least favorite series that they have ever done in the history of monster trucks. From both Hot Wheels all the way to Spin Master, I absolutely hate Nitro Neons. I think they are the most disgusting thing ever. Because this does not look good. This doesn't look good. I don't like the color matching. It's gross. And for some reason, Dragon... Now, I feel... Now, this is going to be a bit of a controversial thing, but I'm going to say this anyway. There are 3 trucks that I like to call the Spin Master throwaway trucks. It's Monster Dalmatian, Dragon, and Black El Toro Loco. And the reason why I call those the throwaway trucks is they're 3 trucks that Spin Master just makes random weird color matchings for, or they don't put in or they don't like to, make them look correct kind of thing. Those 3 trucks I feel are not at all given the treatment that they deserve by Spin Master. But that's just my opinion on it. Dragon here is different. Monster Dalmatian and Black El Toro Loco, they're all missing something from the truck. Both of those are missing a crucial piece from the truck that actually makes it look realistic. This truck, however, is always coming out in the weirdest, most bizarre ways. They got Nitro Neons here. The first mainline release of Dragon that we ever got was the goofiest looking color matching. I think it was like a yellow roll cage, chrome chassis, black tires, and chrome wheels. It was the strangest thing ever. Dragon has always been a weird one by Spin Master, and I don't know why. This truck doesn't, no, never mind, I lied. This truck still exists in real life. I think Cody Saucier drives it, but John Zimmer used to drive this truck, even back before when it was Dragon's Breath and Spitfire, then it became Dragon. But anyway, that's whatever. So yeah, here is Dragon. This will be my first Dragon with the new tooling, because I have one of the Hot Wheels ones, which has the old tooling that they actually ran in real life. But yeah, this is part of the Nitro Neon series. I'm not a fan of the Nitro Neon series. I don't like it at all, but that's just me. So let's get this sucker open. And it's gonna be difficult. That's fantastic. I'm telling you guys, my method of squeezing the packaging actually works sometimes. All right, here she is. All right, there's the insert, and let's get this little piece of plastic off of here so that way I can store the card. I don't know why I store the cards, but I'm sure it'll come in handy for something at some point. I don't know. Anyway, let's take a look at what is inside this little dirt mound we got here. And so let's start like we always do with the accessory. The accessory we got here is not coming out of the packaging. We've got a classic Monster Jam wristband in orange this time. So there's the Monster Jam logo, monsterjam.com on this side in orange. So that'll be my first orange one. That's awesome. You'll see that in a later Monster Jam video. I usually like to wear them. We got the poster. You'll see that at the end of the video. And then we need to take a look at the card insert. Here's the Dragon. Oops, sorry, I'm not holding that well. Here's the Dragon logo, as you can see here, with the Nitro Neons logo surrounding it. So that's your little card insert. And now, on to the thing that people probably care about the most. I'm falling. Dragon. So, since this is my first Dragon, I'm going to do an in-depth review of it. I'm not really going to glance over it. Just taking a look here, we got the green body. We've got this bright neon yellow chassis with a roll cage with a black chassis. And looking at the tires, we got green tires with black rims. So this is a pretty interesting color match. I don't know what they were thinking with this one, but who knows? I'm not gonna keep bashing Spin Master. Their diecast monster trucks trump any company that's ever made diecast monster trucks. I'm not gonna complain about it, all right? Could be worse. We could be getting, like, you know, subpar stuff from Spin Master, but we're not. We are getting stuff that is genuinely, like, amazing. So I'm not going to complain too much. Looking at the side panel of Dragon, we're going to look at the body first, and then we're going to look at the all the details on the body first, and then I'll kind of finish up this one. So taking a look at the side panel of Dragon here. Dragon has always been famous for featuring a lot of 3D features on it. We've got the wings here, which on the real life truck actually move, if I remember correctly. The Dragon logo here is actually made to look like it's coming out of the mouth with the flames. You got this really cool mouth with this is actually 3D molded here. The lips and the teeth are 3D molded there. I don't know. You can hear my nail rubbing against the teeth there. We got the Monster Jam logo down here, super duper tiny, but you can see it. And if you look, you can kind of see a scaling. You can almost see the scales. They don't really look like scales though. They almost look like wrinkles on the truck, which is really interesting to me. This side is exactly the same, just mirrored, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. Now, this is where stuff gets really cool. Looking at the nose of the truck, no joke, we've got a nose, we got nostrils, 3D nostrils here, and these bumps right here are 3D, and they go all the way across the top of the truck. And then, of course, we got the famous horns. Originally, the Dragon horns, they usually just curled back, but now they actually have a bit of like curliness to them, which is really cool, and I love that little detail with the modern Dragon. And then, of course, we got the eyebrows or eyelids here, which are 3D raised as well. So Dragon as a truck is it's a very simple concept that has been executed very well by Monster Jam. When Dragon first came out, I didn't really think much of it. I think if I remember correctly, Dragon was the newest truck when I joined Monster Jam again, because I broke away from Monster Jam, and then when I came back to it, I think Dragon was the newest Feld truck, if I remember correctly. Or this version, not the old version, the newer version of Dragon was the newest one. And I remember seeing the truck and I was like, that is such a simple concept, just Dragon. Such a simple concept, but it was executed so well by Feld. Like, it looks really good. So for a simple body, or for a simple monster truck concept, they executed extremely well. And Spin Master also executed the body extremely well. Everything underneath the body, on the other hand, is a bit debatable, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about the truck as a whole. So yeah, that is Nitro Neon's Dragon. Definitely my least favorite truck we're going to look at today. So with that out of the way, let's start getting into the cool stuff. Okay, everybody, the next truck we have up is a Spin Master custom concept of Batman. So, yeah, weird thing happened. I was in the middle of recording Batman and my phone battery died, so, yeah. We're gonna reshoot this one, but that's okay. That's fine. That's alright. But yeah, no joke, third truck is Batman. So we're gonna look at this one here. The wristband that comes with old Batman here is a yellow MonsterJam.com one. I'm falling over. I need to get a chair for over here. MonsterJam.com. There you go. And then, of course, we've got the nameplate here. Batman with the heroes versus villains insignias. I have acquired chair, and it is nice on my legs. But anyway, we're going to take a look at Batman up next here. So this is a really cool custom concept designed by Spin Master here. Here's what it looks like. We got a black body, black roll cage, black chassis, and the tires are black with yellow rims, which looks super duper cool. Now, this is obviously nothing like any Batman we have ever seen in the past from Monster Trucks and Monster Jam in general. This one here is completely brand new by Spin Master. I highly doubt they would ever be able to make one like this in real life, because the attention to detail is just ridiculous. There's so much 3D detail here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to zoom in on some of the smaller details that are hidden here. We got a Monster Jam logo on this back fender here. Got the Batman symbol very small there on the side. And then there's another detail over on the other side that we're going to look at. But just looking at some of the small details here. Huge fenders, right? We've got these here, which I'm not sure what these are. Airflow, I guess. These little vents right here. Then we've got these fins, almost look like, I don't want to call them whiskers, but we got these fins right here on the side, which look really cool. And that's the same thing on both sides. Of course, we've got the trademark Batman wings, which move. They kind of flap up and down. They're little plasticky inserts here that can move a little bit here and there. Little wingies. And then there's another little detail on this fin back here. It says trademark and copyright DC Comics S20. I don't know what the S20 means, but everything else I understand. The front end of the vehicle is where a lot of the interesting details are. We, of course, got that air intake right there, which looks really cool. That little nose, that needle nose kind of thing. And then, of course, the cab here with all the windows, which looks super duper neat. And then the back end has that epic turbo thruster that every Batmobile has. That little rocket there to really launch it. You can see the engine set up there with all the valves and hoses and whatnot, which looks really cool. But yeah, all in all, this truck has never existed in real life, but I absolutely love this design of Batman. It looks cool. It is a cool design for Batman. And honestly, I don't think they'd ever be able to make this one because of the amount of detail on it, but I still think it'd be a cool one to see in real life. But yeah, that is truck number 3 of today's video, Batman. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to truck number 4. This is Soldier Fortune Black Ops. I almost like to refer to this truck as the one that felled abandoned. Recently, this truck sort of disappeared, and the reason why was because of the reveal of Thunder Roarus, which is their new truck, their newest felled creation. Actually, that's not true. Spider-Man is the newest felled creation, but before Spider-Man was Thunder Roarus. Thunder Roarus is a really cool truck. I'm gonna be completely opposite to what most people believe. I think Thunder Roarus is awesome. I love the design. It is so cool. But Tony Oaks, the guy who drives this truck and has always driven this truck, went to go drive that truck. So this truck didn't have a driver, or this truck currently does not have a driver and is not on tour anymore. Hopefully it hasn't retired. It is between Soldier of Fortune and Soldier of Fortune Black Ops. I think Black Ops is way cooler. This one here is part of the Legacy Truck series, which is the series dedicated to the favorites, kind of the very famous trucks, I guess. I don't know, the most famous Monster Jam trucks, I think, is what that series is all about. Anyway, let's get this sucker open. I really like this version of Soldier of Fortune Black Ops that Spin Master did. It looks spot on to the real truck, which is great. And it is super duper shiny. Like, oh my lord, now that I've taken it out of the package, the glint is amazing. I love that. So, I don't think glint was the word I was going for there, but you know what? Sometimes, if you can't think of a word you want to say, just make one up. That's my motto. So, let's get this sucker open. I have a spider that's over here in my area, my recording area, and so I've got a weapon on standby just in case. So if you hear me scream, just know there's a spider. That's the thing about where I live, and my bedroom is underground. I swear to God, the spiders are so bad here, and I don't know why. They are awful. They're everywhere, and you never see a spider that looks like the spider you've seen before. Every spider you see looks new, like a different breed. It is frightening. But anyway, here's our wristband. We've got a black one here, again with the Monster Jam, monsterjam.com wristband. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too out of the ordinary there to blow your mind or anything. Poster, of course. Now here's the card insert. Soldier Fortune Black Ops with the Monster Jam Legacy Trucks logo there. And yeah, now onto the truck. So this truck's going to be pretty easy to review here. As you can see, we've got a black body, black roll cage, black chassis. Our tires are black with BKT printing with black rims. So, I mean, you know, that's pretty... Oh, sorry. My bad. I'm an idiot. The chassis, as you can see here, is a charcoal gray. Crap, of course I screwed that up. It looked all black to me, not gonna lie. At first glance, it looked all black. Got to make sure my BKT printings aren't anywhere where they don't belong. I hate when that happens. That is so infuriating. Anyway, here it is, Soldier Fortune Black Ops. Honestly, one of my favorite Feld Creation trucks. I am going to be completely honest, I am not a fan of the normal Soldier Fortune. I prefer Soldier Fortune Black Ops way more. It is such a cool, it is so much cooler in my opinion. Just the all blacked out army truck. So if we look at the side panel here, you can see all the detail that there is to see with all the air vents and stuff set up here. Meant to look almost like an APC, kind of like a custom APC design, I guess. We've got the American flag there reversed with the Monster Jam logo in silver there, which looks really cool. And then Soldier Fortune Black Ops barely visible on the back fender there, which looks really good. I love the fact that like if I hold the truck like this from my angle, you can't even see the word Soldier Fortune Black Ops. It's gone completely. So that is really cool, and I absolutely love that little detail here. The other side is exactly the same, again with that half translucent Soldier Fortune Black Ops logo. I absolutely love that. That is so cool. We flip up to the back here, you can see the taillights, the three taillights. Soldier Fortune Black Ops once again, a little bit off center, but that's okay. Soldier Fortune Black Ops, again, if I tip like this, you can't even see it. Negative space bar right here, that isn't there on the real truck. That is a little thing that they add to help the truck sit correctly on the chassis that they build for these. You got the front end there with the lights. Wish they would have painted the lights in with white. That would have looked cool. And here is the top of the truck with all of that supports and whatnot. So yeah, not very much. It's more of like the detail for this truck really comes from the casting, I think. It's not really, this truck is really not about paint. That is for sure. Or like, you know, paint details. That's something that's not really there on this truck. It is all about the casting that matters on this one. And I think Spin Master nailed it. This is by far one of my favorite Spin Master ones that I've ever received because this is so spot on to the real truck. It's not even funny. It looks great. It looks absolutely fabulous. So yeah, not my favorite truck of this case, but it is definitely second place. I'm going to be completely honest. This is my second place pick for this case. Anyway, that is Soldier Fortune Black Ops. Let's get the turntable. Alrighty, next up is a weird one. This is Bounty Hunter. Now, I should have done some research beforehand, and I might, if, well, my phone's nowhere to be found, that's wonderful, but I was going to research this beforehand. This is a World Finals bounty hunter. It's part of the World Finals series, which is a series dedicated to special paint schemes of trucks that only appear during the World Finals. And that is exactly what this truck is right here. It is the World Finals bounty hunter. But as I said, I have no idea at all what World Finals this is. So I'm going to cheat real quick, and I'm going to do some math here. Using the hood, it tells you, oh yeah, 20 years, 2015. So 2015 is the year that they ran this truck, which means it would have been World Finals 16. So this is the World Finals 16 bounty hunter right here. Now, in case you didn't notice, there's a bit something goofy going on here. I'm going to show you the front. It's a split paint job truck. This is the split paint job bounty hunters. Hot Wheels never made this one, so this one was a really cool one to get from Spin Master as the final bounty hunter that they released under Spin Master. This would be the final bounty hunter diecast under Spin Master, which is crazy because it sucks that we had to lose Bounty Hunter. It is such a cool truck, and over the years and with Spin Master, the versions that we got of Bounty Hunter weren't the greatest, but they were still really good. So it's sad to see that Bounty Hunter went on to a different license. I think Monster Machines is where he's at now. For one of the very few Monster Machine trucks ever released that actually turned out looking really good, in my opinion, but that is probably because it was done on a Spin Master casting with Spin Master parts. I don't know. I'm going to say straight up, I'm not really that big of a fan of Monster Machines diecast. I still plan on reviewing them and collecting them, because the reason why I'm not a fan of them, I feel they're way too expensive, and on top of that, only half of them end up turning out good. The other ones always turn out lackluster, but that's apparently, according to what I've heard, that's changing. Wave 6 got announced recently with Veteran and First Responder, and they both look phenomenal, which is awesome. I'm so glad they're starting to look better. But like, I think it was Wave 4, which was the big Christmas wave that everybody was anticipating because it was all Triple B Motorsports trucks. I think only like 2 out of 9 of those ended up turning out good. The rest of them look lackluster, but that's just me saying my opinions. Wristband-wise, we've got a blue one with a Mossjam logo here. And then we got mossjam.com on the back like usual. I don't know why I keep showing you that. It's not like it changed in the 5 minutes since we looked at the last one, but yeah. Let me put the card back together here. Collecting the posters behind the scenes. Don't you worry about the posters, guys. We will get a good look at that before the end of the video. And here is the Bounty Hunter card insert, Bounty Hunter logo with the World Finals emblem, which is the crossed checkered flags, which, believe it or not, was my channel logo when I first started, was crossed checkered flags with the WR on it. Anyway, here is Bounty Hunter with the split paint job, World Final 16. Let's take a look at this sucker right here. So this one's pretty friggin' cool. I really like the way that this one turned out. Excuse me. We've got a half yellow, half blue body on a blue roll cage, a dark gray chassis, black tires, and black rims. I don't know if this is exact to what the real truck looked like, because I feel like the roll cage and tires and whatnot, I feel like that's not perfect, but I could be wrong. I could be a complete and total idiot, and I probably should have researched all of this before I made this video, but hey, mind your own business. Anyway, looking at the side panel here, we got the Bounty Hunter logo right there, Monster Jam. 1995 to 2015, 20-year, this is the 20-year anniversary of Bounty Hunter, was this truck right here. And then, of course, you have the Bounty Hunter mascot on the side here. I don't remember if he has a name or not. I feel like he does, but I can't remember. Sponsor-wise, we've got Hughes there, which says Hughes Performance there on the side. And we got Hedman Headers celebrating over 60 years of all-American horsepower. Hedman Headers was always a huge sponsor of Bounty Hunter. And as you can see, of course, they got said headers on the side here, showing that off on the paint scheme. Flip over to the other side, it's the same thing, but blue. On this side, everything is exactly the same, so I'm not going to go into too deep of a detail there. Looking at the hood, it says Bounty Hunter, 20 years, 1995 to 2015. Thank you, fans, on that little shield emblem there, which looks really good. It's just a little bit off center, but I'm not going to complain about that. The front end here, we got a blacked out grille with a black bumper, which looks really cool. And of course, we got those headlights, that headlight set up there, which actually looks awesome. I love the way those turned out. Them look beautiful. And then if we flip over to the back end, you can see the tailgate says, thank you, fans, for all of your support. Bounty Hunter 20 years. So yeah, this is the 20-year anniversary bounty hunter. It is a super cool design, do not get me wrong. On the real truck, I always thought that, now personally, he's done this before with the split paint job. He did one in the past with his original bounty hunter design. He did half blue, half clear. The body was literally clear. You could see the inside of the truck. I thought that one was cooler than this one, but don't get me wrong, I still love this truck. I think that this is one of the better split paint job trucks that ever ran in Monster Jam. Not my favorite, but still pretty dang cool. So yeah, that right there is the 20th anniversary bounty hunter. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, we have another Spin Master custom concept, probably my all-time favorite Spin Master custom concept and my favorite truck of this entire case. This is Salvager. Salvager is the mascot truck for a series known as the Reckless trucks. The Reckless trucks are designed to look like Mad Max junkyard vehicles, and this is the mascot truck for it. I want to say this straight up. I love this truck. It is awesome. This is such a cool design for a Mad Max custom concept. It is just so neat. Everything about this one is just awesome. So cool. I cannot wait to get this open. It would, and you know, that excitement would be nulled if I could actually get the friggin' package open, but I can't for some reason. Let me just, here, let me get my finger in there and just, rah. There we go. Growling helps. I don't want that to be my famous quote. I hope I don't become famous and have that be my quote that I'm remembered by. Growling helps, because that just sounds weird. That's funny though. Anyway, here is Salvager. This thing is awesome. I don't think they'd ever do a truck like this in real life, which sucks, but man, if they did, that would be the coolest thing ever. In fact, I just heard recently, I think it was on the collecting group, the monster truck collecting group. I just realized, I don't know if I pointed this out or not. If you look at these little card inserts, they've still got the divots in them to put the figurines in there, which is funny because they changed the bubbles to not have the figurines in there, but they didn't change the actual card inserts, which is interesting to me. But yeah, anyway, what was I? Oh yeah, Spin Master Custom Concepts. I was always arguing that Octanator was going to be the first Spin Master custom concept. Not counting Background Dragonoid. It was going to be the first Spin Master custom concept truck to appear in real life was going to be Octanator. Turns out I might be wrong because recently it was announced that Feld Entertainment bought the license to Sparkle Smash. Here's the wristband for it. It's like a silver MonsterJam.com bracelet. Or yeah. Anyway, where was I going with that? Oh yeah. So I recently heard in the collecting group that Feld Entertainment, the owners of Monster Jam, recently bought the copyright to Sparkle Smash, which is a Spin Master custom concept truck of a unicorn. Now, the reason why that's important is because that means there's a very good chance we could be getting a real-life Sparkle Smash. Since they bought the copyright for it, that means they are probably in the process of making the truck as we speak. So by the looks of things, the first ever Spin Master custom concept truck to be turned into a real truck, not counting Background Dragonoid, is going to be Sparkle Smash the Unicorn. There's the card insert, Salvager, with the Reckless Truck symbol. And honestly, I think that's kind of cool because really we don't have any, like, I don't want to sound sexist or anything, but we really don't have any girl-themed trucks in Monster Jam anymore. Scooby-Doo is kind of fading into obscurity. That truck really isn't popular anymore. Dalmatian's gone. Scarlet Bandit's gone. Medusa's gone. All of those like girl-themed trucks have, you know, dumped out of Monster Jam. They're not here anymore. Scooby-Doo is really our only, I guess, girl-themed one left because the drivers have all been female. And really, that truck's just fading into obscurity now. Wonder Woman's gone too. I forgot about that one. That one kind of dipped. So the fact that they're doing Sparkle Smash immediately says to me that they're probably doing it because they want to have more female-themed trucks in the sport. Which, don't get me wrong, I completely understand that. That is cool. And I think Sparkle Smash was a good pick for that. Honestly, if they were going to do a girl-themed one, I think they should have done Full Charge, which is the sister truck to Blue Thunder. I feel like having those two together would have been awesome. Full Charge, for those of you who don't know, is like a race car with pink like lightning bolts on it. It is super cool. But yeah, I don't know. Here's Salvager. Arguably the one that they should have made into real life. I don't know. So this one's really cool. We've got a multicolored body. We got like a red hood, blue cab, and green barrels on the back for the body with all these like pipes and whatnot. Roll cage is dark gray. We have a gray chassis, black tires, and for rims we have bronze, green, red, and blue. The rims are different on every single tire, which is really cool in my opinion. If we look at the body, which is where we're going to start here, my foot is cramping. If we look at the body here to start with, Monster Jam, Salvager, that's like about the only writing on the entire truck. It's the same thing on this side. We're going to look at the detail on the body here. So starting with the hood, we've got a rusted out grille, as you can see there, textured, if you can hear that. The headlights are cool because they're different. Each side has a different headlight. I really like this one with the almost industrial look to it. And then of course you got this headlight over here, which is plain and simple, nothing too crazy. Love this, the nozzle of the nose piece of the engine sticking out there. That is cool. I love that. And of course you can see the hood hinges. Sorry, you can see the hood hinges there, which look really cool. Taking a look at the side here, we've got the exhaust pipes, which look really cool. Obviously they go from where the engine is. I did air quotations there, but you couldn't see it. Where the engine is. The engine's not in the front, it's in the back, but goes from where the engine is here, and they travel to 3 different places. So we've got a set of straight pipes here going straight up. We've got the classic semi-truck, what would you even call those? We got the semi-truck hole like pipes, I get hole exhaust pipes, and then we've got classic just normal exhaust pipes coming out the back as well. Taking a look at the back, we've got some wire holding in these 2 barrels here, which I would imagine one is a fuel tank, the other one's a water tank, if I had to, or a coolant tank, because one's a fuel tank, the other one does, crap, I think the other one's a water tank, because it's a semi-truck, right? There's steam tanks, yeah. So yeah, that is Salvager as a whole. Again, I absolutely love this. And if you didn't notice, not only do the colors look faded and dilapidated on the truck, but there's also rust as well. They're on the top. That is not dirt, all right? I get it, my cars are dirty, but they're not that dirty. That is painted on, that is rust there, which looks really cool. And all in all, I just absolutely love the amount of detail. They did not have to put that much detail into a toy truck as they did here. This is crazy. But yeah, this is Salvager, hands down my favorite truck in the entire case. And now that I've wasted 7 minutes on a truck, let's go through the final 3. All right, speaking of independents, we've already had Bounty Hunter in today's video. Let's do a second independent truck. This is Raising Cane. I completely forgot what the name of this team was. I think it was called Team Raising Cane was the name of the whole team. But this truck was the kind of like the team captain truck to Ice Cream Man and Exterminator when they were all a team. Those 3 trucks were a team. I think they're called Team Amale. Team Amale, I think. Is that I can't remember what it's called, man. Man, it's been so long. Since I've watched older monster truck shows. Like Raising Cane isn't really a thing anymore. Exterminator was bought out by Triple B Motorsports. Became Boss Gator. Actually, now that I think about it, Ice Cream Man also got bought out by Triple B Motorsports. We should all just be asking, when's Triple B Motorsports going to buy Raising Cane? That is the wristband that's supposed to come with this truck, right? Yeah, weird. So the wristband for this one is black, the black monsterjam.com one, which I thought was strange. I figured it would have been like blue or white or something, but we got monsterjam.com, or monsterjam.com. So that's our second black one we've gotten in today's video. And here is the card insert for Raising Cane. This is a Team Arena Favorites. Yeah, this guy is part of Arena Favorites, which is where all the independent trucks really come from. So Raising Cane is your independent trucks and Monster Jam owned trucks that only appear for certain shows. So it's very, very small, but yeah. Here we go. So here is Raising Cane with all of his sponsors on the side. This one came out of nowhere. I remember when they first announced this truck, I was like, well, that's a weird one. I didn't expect that one to come out, but yeah, here's Raising Cane, super strange one. So if we zoom in, you got the Raising Cane logo on the side, Monster Jam. I think that's pronounced Amelie. Amelie. I think that is how you pronounce that brand. FK Rod Ends, I think is what that says. Wix Filters. FTI, and then we've got back. Oh, good Lord, what does that say? Hold on. What is that? Outlaw Racing Film. Outlaw Racing Team? I think that's an F. Outlaw Racing something. Outlaw Racing something is what that back sticker says. I cannot read that to save my life. Maybe it says it better on the other side. Outlaw Racing. What? Outlaw Racing. I'm gonna have to do a Google search. Apparently it is Outlaw Racing Fuels, I think is what that says. I Googled it and that was one of the ones that popped up, so I'm gonna go with it. I'm pretty sure that's what that says right there. Anyway, other details. We look at the back end here. We've got the two taillights, and we've got this blue stripe right here. It says Monster Jam logo. On the real truck, there was not a Monster Jam logo there. It was a Ram logo. But I don't think they got the licensing to put the Ram logo on the truck. But this, yeah. So the Monster Jam logo is not there on the real truck. It was a Ram logo, but whatever. Same thing on the front end. This was a Dodge truck. They just used their standard pickup truck body for this, which is whatever. It still looks good. I'm not going to complain about that, but got the headlights. Raising Cane logo there with the stripe. Stripe goes all the way up to the top of the vehicle where it says Amelie Motor Oil. Amelie Motor Oil. I don't know if that's how you say that, guys. I'm so sorry. But yeah. So that's Raising Cane. Cool little Indy truck here. We got a white body, blue roll cage, chrome chassis, black tires with blue rims. That's the whole setup there. So yeah, there is Raising Cane, our second and final Indy truck in today's video. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, next up we have a really fun one. This one here is Alien Invasion. Now, this is a real truck in real life. In fact, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, this was the truck that they turned Iron Man into after he retired, but because it looks exactly the same. This is Alien Invasion. Now, this truck doesn't exist in real life anymore. I think they retired it. It was a really cool truck when it was around, don't get me wrong. Now, the version that you're looking at right now is a specific version of Alien Invasion. It is part of the Inverse trucks. The Inverse trucks is a series that Spin Master did where they took a bunch of monster trucks and just flipped the colors. And honestly, it's not a bad series. I kind of like the series. It's neat. It's a cool idea. Don't get me wrong. It is neat. In fact, they even started it back in 2019, now that I think about it. It was when they originally did it. And they do 2 or 3. They did 3 in 2019, and they did 3 in 2020 as well. This was not the first truck. The first truck for Inverse trucks was Higher Education, which is a school bus. But, yeah. Because they did Higher Education, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, and Gravedigger in 2019, and in 2020 they did Alien Invasion, Brodozer, which was a weird choice, and Northern Nightmare. I think that's all of them. Pretty sure that's all of them that they did. Here's the wristband for this one. It's the Gravedigger. This is the the Mossjam.com one in the Gravedigger green color that we got originally at the beginning of the video. No really interesting ones this time, which I think is strange. We didn't, Gravedigger was the only unique wristband that we got, whereas in the last video with Series 9, we got a bunch of unique ones in there. Here's the Alien Invasion logo with the Inverse trucks logos as well on there. And alrighty, let's take a look at this thing. So, I feel like I'm gonna need a normal Alien Invasion to talk about this, so let me go get one real quick. Okay, sadly, this was the only Alien Invasion that I had that was normal, so we're just gonna have to work with this, okay? So, this is not what the body is about the only thing that's correct on this Alien Invasion, so try to overlook that for me, please. So, this is called inverse trucks because it's an exact inverse of the real-life truck. I don't quite agree with the color choices that they made here. Everything that's white should be silver, in my opinion. Had they done that, this would have been perfect, but they didn't do that. Because as you can see here, if you look at the normal truck, it is silver with green detailing and black, or green and black detailing. Oh, I see what they did now. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I'm an idiot. I didn't notice that originally. Okay, I'll stop my complaining. I realize what they did now. Everything that's white should be black, and everything that's black should be white, except for the window piece here. They like flipped the colors. They didn't. So I was thinking inverse trucks, they were going to take two colors and flip them. Like, for example, had they done this with Raising Cane, everything that's white should be blue and everything that's blue should be white kind of thing. That's not what they did here. They did like a full color invert. Everything that you see here that should be white should be black on the real truck, which it is. So that's what they did there. All of this white stuff is inverted from black, which is cool. And then everything that's green, so you see all this white detailing, that should be black, that should be black. And then I'm now realizing the reason why the truck's body is green, which is what's sticking out here, is because of the green lights that the truck has. What they would have done, had they done this little piece that I'm about to say right here, this truck would have been perfect. Everywhere that there's these green details on this truck, they should have put silver details on this truck. Had they done that, this thing would have been perfect. So that's why I was so thrown off, is because I couldn't tell what was inverted and what wasn't. What was inverted and what was just swapped. I couldn't tell. But yeah, so here's Alien Invasion with the flying saucer design truck here. We've got a green body, white roll cage, black chassis, and the tires are white with green rims, which looks really neat. My tires are not sitting correctly on the rims, which is funny. I don't know if that's just like they didn't get pushed on correct. Yeah, they just didn't get pushed on all the way, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, here's the truck. It's pretty cool. I won't lie. I really like the inverted design of this. Like I said, the gray details would have helped a lot with this. Got the little centerpiece there at the roof, which looks cool. That is there on the real truck, by the way. Just floating there. Here's the front end. Did they invert the headlights? Did they? No, the headlights are exactly the same. That did not change. Okay, so that's a detail that didn't change. Mossjam logo, Alien Invasion. This didn't change either. The Mossjam.com on the back there. That is not different. That's like that there on the real truck and on the normal one. So yeah, that is the inverted Alien Invasion. Not too much to show off here, and the reason why is because it's just a color invert. I can't really show off all the detail. Like, of course, I could sit here and be like, oh, look at all these science-y designs that are on the truck. You know, ooh, look at this. Oh, we got science designs. It's a very simple truck. Don't get me wrong. Very simple truck. But yes, that is our final normal truck for today's video. The inverse Alien Invasion. Now, there's a reason why I said it was the final normal truck. This here is the final truck we'll be looking at. However, this truck is a chase piece. This is rare. So our final truck that we're going to be looking at today is the BKT ride truck. Alrighty. So, because this truck is rare, I didn't want to completely ruin the packaging. So what I did for this one is I brought out a box cutter and I just cut the plastic off because I didn't want to ruin the card on this one because it is a rare truck. So, and I know it means absolutely nothing to keep the card, but you know how I am. So I kept it anyways. Now this is interesting. The wristband we got here is the MonsterJam.com one. However, it is a toxic green. That is a weird choice. It is not anything like the other green ones that we received. It is a bright toxic green, which is cool. Another poster, we'll get to look at that here at the end. And let's take a look at the card insert here. This is the BKT Growing Together logo here with the Ride Trucks insignia on the back. The Ride Truck series was the Chase Piece series for 2020, and rightfully so. These things are awesome, especially this one. This one's my favorite by far out of all of them. I haven't even seen the other ones, and this one is by far my favorite. This thing is so freaking cool. It is the fact that we actually have a die cast of this that isn't a custom is mind-boggling to me. That is so awesome. Like, okay, let's get this thing up in front, up front and center. You guys need to see this. This thing is beautiful. So here it is, the BKT Ride Truck, a truck that does not compete in Monster Jam. It is a attraction for the pit parties. You can pay to sit in the back of this truck while it drives around the pit party kind of thing in a little closed off area. This thing does not race with the other trucks. It is not a race truck, it is an attraction. The fact that this got made into a die cast though blows my mind. It's so crazy. And guess what? Spin Master wouldn't just stop with ride trucks. They'd go on to make even crazier stuff in the future, but we're not gonna talk about that in today's video because I'm probably gonna talk about it later. Anyway, what is BKT? BKT is a farm equipment tire company, but in case you didn't notice on some of the trucks that we saw today, they also make the tires that Monster Jam uses in their events. Monster Jam drivers, specifically the Feld-owned monster trucks, are required to use BKT tires on their trucks. And they're made, and this is the truck, the ride truck that they have at their shows is basically the mascot vehicle for the company that makes the tires. So yeah, BKT growing together there on the side. We've got the tires here on the back, which looks really cool with the Monster Jam logo, with the like classic Monster Jam explosion behind the logo with the classic logo, which I think is really weird there. I think what they're doing is they're trying to incorporate both logos together because I'm pretty sure this truck has existed for the time length of both logos. So they wanted to incorporate both of them together. We got a white body, black chassis. Actually, this is cool. Another cool detail here. This chassis is called a leafer chassis. If you didn't notice, it is not the same as the monster trucks, like actual like racing chassis. This is completely different. This is called a leafer chassis. And what it is this is a chassis used for I guess it's a more supportive chassis. It's not built for competing. So like this chassis is built to take hits. This chassis is built to last kind of thing. These ones are, this kind of chassis is about durability. This kind of chassis is more about like compatibility or competitivity. Oh God. Anyway, enough of me talking here. Tires, we got black tires with like garbage truck green rims. I don't know why that's what I went with there. BKT printings on the tires. It is thundering outside. That is probably a sign that I need to hurry up and get this video done before I get struck by lightning. I don't know why I said that considering I'm inside of a building, but you know what? Whatever. If you look at the front of the truck here, we've got tire printings all over the front of the truck, which looks really cool. I love that. This is a custom casting and everything. None of the pickup trucks or SUVs or anything uses casting. This is a custom-made casting here. The grille here, as you can see, is textured. And then we got the headlights, which look awesome there. We have mirrors on the truck, which is something that the real ride truck has. Chassis even has a bumper here. The real ride truck has those mirrors, so that way he can see the guy driving the ride truck can see what's behind him kind of thing while he's driving. This side's exactly the same, not really changed. This is the cool part right here, that they did not have to include this whatsoever, but they did. So we got the tail lights here with the back end and whatnot. And here is the inside of the ride truck where you sit. Now, in the ride trucks that I've been on, they're set up exactly like this. You climb in and you sit facing the people across from you. I've seen ride trucks, I think it's the Gravedigger ride truck, you actually sit facing forward. It's almost set up like a bus. This one's set up more like a train, like a tram kind of thing, right? Also, this is the detail that I was going to talk about here that they didn't have to include, but they did it anyway. They put the ladder. The ladder that you use to get into the truck, it unfolds down to the ground. They put that on the back of the truck. Super weird thing that they did, but still really cool. And then, of course, you got the back of the chassis here, which features a Monster Jam logo. Let's zoom in on that so you guys can see it. Monster Jam logo built into the chassis there with diamond plating and the codes and whatnot to the different chassis models and stuff. Top of the truck features that dual Monster Jam logo with the newer logo with the older background, which again, I think is to incorporate the time periods together. But yeah, that is the BKT ride truck. Hands down, definitely one of my favorite things in my collection now. And this truck is rare. It is a chase piece. This truck is hard to find. But I am so glad. I think this might have been my first ever rare monster truck. It was either this or it was Showtime Gravedigger. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was Showtime Gravedigger, but this was definitely one of my first ever rare monster trucks. So this one here means a lot to me. And it is so cool. Spinmaster. God, you put way too much detail into this. You spoiled us with this one. This thing is amazing. But anyway, that is it for this truck. Let's see the turntable and let's close out the video. Alrighty, let's get an aerial view of these guys. Here they are, all 9 of them together. Here at the end, Gravedigger, Dragon, Batman, Soldier of Fortune, Black Ops, Bounty Hunter, Salvager, Raising Cane, Alien Invasion, and of course BKT. So that is the entire case of trucks right there all together. And of course, like I usually do, here's the poster. So here is the collection side of the poster. As you can see, it's got everything laid out here with each individual series that the trucks are a part of. Of course, it says Series 11 somewhere on here, but I don't know where. You know what? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm dumb. I thought it usually tells you what series it is. And then, of course, the back of the poster has a picture of a real-life truck, and it just so happens to be Dragon on the back. Look at how cool that is. With the flamethrower, I told you guys about the flamethrower. Here's the flamethrower that I was talking about, built into the truck so he can do that during his runs. That is so cool. But yeah. So that is the poster, and here is the whole case. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this. I know my Monster Jam videos are really long, but that's kind of the nature of the beast there. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video, which is Hot Wheels cars. Peace out.